What is up, Texas hockey fans? Last night was a blast. Jamie Benn finally scores his 400th career goal for real this time. The Stars put up 8 goals on the Edmonton Oilers in Edmonton against Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard. We got them both. We had Nathan Bastian with a multi-goal game and then 6 other scorers. It was utterly ridiculous last night. Welcome to Clean Sheet Advice, a Texas hockey podcast. This is going to be a fun one. Shout out to our sponsor, Zing Zang, America's #1 Bloody Mary mix. We love Zing Zang over here. Zang responsibly all season long. And shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code CSOI. When you sign up, play your first $5, get $100 in bonus entries using our promo code CSOI with Underdog Fantasy. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. I'm your host, Stone Strankman, joined always by Dom Garcia. How we doing, bud?
Stone, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. It's a great time. I mean, Stars are absolutely balling. This Saturday, Friday, we have an unreal slate of rivalry games. I'm watching that Mississippi State Ole Miss game very carefully.
Yep.
But, things are just right in Dallas Stars land.
So we did the happy hour last night. Thank you for everyone that tuned in for our happy hour. We had a good number of viewers as we ended it, and I enjoyed that. I thought that was really fun. Me and Savannah had a good time having a little happy hour, chatting with everybody and getting in the muck with the jersey talk and then the Jamie 400th goal and game predictions and all that kind of stuff. We were sitting there and just like, look, there's no Mikko Rantanen. You got Nathan Bastian coming in. And that's not a slight at Nathan Bastian. That's just how good Mikko Rantanen is. You're missing that key piece. You're missing Thomas Harley. You're missing Ilya Lyubushkin. You're missing Matt Duchene. And you're sitting there and you're like, damn, just really injured right now. And a 4-game road trip back-to-back right here before Thanksgiving and then a game on Friday. You're like, golly, it's kind of a tough stretch. And they can survive it. If they stole a point last night, we were going to be happy with that. If they played really well and they ended up getting no points, it is what it is. That's the exact opposite of what happened. It started immediately. It was insane. Jamie Benn, 3 minutes and 48 seconds into the first period, where they had all the shots on goal. After this shot, it was 1-1 in shots, I think, after the Jamie Benn scoring his 400th goal, which was a great play by Sam Steele. Great forecheck, keeping the puck alive. Wyatt just swoops in, brings it around the net. And Jamie just starts trailing and is in the right spot, right time. Cross crease, one-timer, open net, essentially, for Jamie Benn's 400th goal, and it finally counts. It finally counts. Jamie Benn has scored 400 career goals in the NHL. It's a great milestone for him. I know he's happy to have that out of the way. But at the end of the day, you get 1-0 lead, and Jamie Benn scores his 400th goal. It was just a big momentum shift, I think, in the game after that happened. The floodgates just opened immediately after that goal.
Yeah, and there has been so much going in from 399 to 400. There's been so much chaos for Jamie, injuries, battling hard, going down on the fourth line. There's so much involved, and goals not counting over and over, and to finally get it. And what was so kind of cool was so many people predicted it would be this game. Like, you go back like a week ago, and for people to be right, I'm someone who, for some reason, I get most predictions at least over 50%. Yeah. I didn't see it happening to last night, but to be first and get it out of the way, such a Jamie thing. The guy shows no emotion ever. You've talked to the guy. He's very mute, and you saw the most minimal amount of celebration, scoring a 400th goal, something incredibly hard to do. And I love the way he's been playing, which makes it all so sweeter. And it was a fun moment for Stars fans and for the captain.
Yeah, it was a blast. I know Jamie, he'll celebrate a goal, he'll smile and hug his players and all that kind of stuff. But last night it just seemed like, thank God that's over. And I don't have to deal with it. And it's not at home, so there's no big celebration. There's no cameras on me like there would be at home. They're not going to go to the bench, and there's not going to be a spotlight. There's not going to be any of that stuff. I think Jamie was really happy that it happened on the road, and especially against Edmonton, who's been our boogeyman in the last 2 Western Conference finals. And obviously this is a regular season game. It's not the same. The Stars have kind of dominated the regular season against the Oilers over the last few seasons, and they've just been bad in the playoffs. I think they're 3-8 in the playoffs, but they're like 6-1-1, 5-1-1 against the Oilers in the regular season over the last 2 years. So just a good game all around. You kind of kept everybody at bay in the first 5 minutes or so, and then you lead into Jamie Benn scores his first goal from Wyatt and Sam Steele. Great play. The next one is a power play just about 7-ish minutes later. Rope Hintz from Miro Heiskanen and Jason Robertson. We've been kind of clamoring for the Rope heater to start, and I think it's heating up. That's 2 in a row. I don't know if he scored the game before that. I can't remember, but he's looking really good. He's getting to the right spots, and his shot looks really good as well, as always. And his speed's there. They're just in the right position. And Rope, if he can start going, even with Matt Duchene out and with Mikko Rantanen out last night, that was paramount for the Stars. And Rope getting that goal on the power play, which was pretty quick into the power play too. I think it was only like 30 seconds in. So they were kind of getting in that cycle really quick and getting those quality shots on net, high danger shots. And yeah, good for Rope getting that goal in there. And then you're sitting at 2-0. You're like, okay, is this Western Conference Finals 2024 Game 5 or whatever it was when you got out to a 2-0 lead pretty early and then just let it slip away, and it was like 6-2 by the end of it, 6-3? No, that's not what it was. But Rope gets his power play goal there and make it 2-0. What do you think?
Yeah, and luckily opposing teams, scouting departments don't watch this podcast because every single power play, it's inevitable that a Stars offensive player is going to be in front of net, kind of sag a little bit and hit that center ice, and someone's going to hit his stick. He's going to get a shot right down the slot. It's inevitable. This night it was Rope. Other nights it's been Mikko. It's been Wyatt. It's even been Miro a few times. But play is unreal. And, Skinner's going to catch a lot of his game. It was the only game on last night. The entire hockey world was watching it. But particularly in that first period, like, you could have Patrick Waugh in net. I think the Stars are just dominating with their unreal passing. Like, some of the best passing I've seen all season came last night. And then it was so interesting to see, like, Edmonton just couldn't hang with the speed that Dallas was putting out there. And if you combine speed with unreal passing from those third and fourth liners, like, it was just too much. It was just way overwhelming for the Edmonton blue line last night. And like you said, man, we've been hoping for Rupe to get going. And if you get him, he's one of the best alley-oop catchers in the NHL. You throw him some lobs, he's going to put him in the net.
Yeah, it's just the defense was bad last night. The Jamie goal, it was not on Skinner in any way, shape, or form. I don't think he's in the right position. Wyatt's just on that side, and Wyatt Johnston's one of the best close net shooters in the game right now. Like, he'll lift it past you far side, top shelf. He can put it close side, just right above your head and get it in that way. And Jamie just started to trail, and the defense wasn't really paying attention to Jamie Benn, which is crazy because ever since Jamie Benn comes back, he's had at least 2 or 3 high danger chances on whatever line he's been on. He's been able to almost tuck that 400th goal multiple times since he came back last week. But yeah, I don't think you can blame him for that. The Rope won. It's a power play. It's a good setup from the Stars, who have a great power play, one of the best in the league right now. It is what it is. But the third goal in the first period that comes about 4.5 minutes later from Nathan Bastian, of all people, who slots in for Mikko Rantanen for the suspension.
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, I like Bastian. I think he's a fun player. I think he's like our Brennan, a better version of what Brendan Smith was last year. He's just kind of an energy guy. He's a fun ball, and he just likes to play hard and hit people and have fun and just see what happens out there when he's out there. And this play was tremendously strange for the Oilers, who have consistently been a great defensive team against the Stars over the last few years. 3 guys for the Oilers are on the boards by the bench trying to get off the ice, in the middle of the ice where the puck is in the middle of the ice, on the Star stick. Very strange moment. They're kind of in the middle of a change. They're trying not to get too many men, whatever. Nathan Bastian just takes it, and there's 3 Oilers on the bench, just waiting to get on the bench, essentially. Bastian says, all right, I'll take the puck. He skates in. It's 3-on-1 because 3 guys are trying to change in the middle of the ice when the puck's there. Just a weird Brad Marchand type of change, like brutal change for the Oilers. Bastian walks it in and just snipes it. Like a great goal past Skinner. Maybe a great goal for him, maybe a bad goal to let in for Skinner, but it's from Foxa and Blackwell. Foxa has 8 assists this season so far. Pretty good. Blackwell is 4th. That's Bastian's 2nd goal of the season. Then it's 3-0, and you're like, oh my God, what's happening? And then mere seconds later, he scores another one that gets called back for high stick. But I was like, oh my God, are we having Nathan Bastian hat trick watch in Edmonton? Like, this is insane. They called that one back. The 3rd goal was a good one. You're up 3-0 with still a few minutes left, and the period's not over.
Yeah, and some pretty nifty stick work from Nathan. I mean, he had a bank pass to himself and then just gets that open space and just says, "Hey, I'm gonna put this here. Um, if he blocks it, I still have a chance at a rebound. Like I'm on a really good rush and a great angle, and it goes to right to the net." Um, he's been a little quiet. I think to start the season, he had a pretty good introduction to
Yeah.
Stars fans. But it's good to see him like that's actually a really great comp for what he does for this team. I loved Smith last year. Different coach, but he kind of every week it was something different. Like it's kind of hard to play comfortably when 1 minute you're playing third line D, next minute you're on the second line on one of the wings. Like it was weird for Smith, but I love that comp for Bastion, and if he can just kind of fill his role well, it's going to bode well for him.
Yeah, and I think that's like Bastion's third game in the last 10, so he's not playing very often, and that's why I compare him to Brendan Smith. They're different players, they're different positions and all that kind of stuff, but the energy that they bring in the locker room, the fun that they can have, and just be a glue guy, and when they come in, they try to do their best and see if anything happens, and if they mess up, they mess up. It is what it is. They're a fourth line guy that's not going to play every game, and you can kind of deal with that, but Bastion, every time he comes in, he kind that was good. That was pretty good. People, he's going to be physical and he's going to try to score every time, which I appreciate. Is like, look, you've been on the bench for 7 games and you're just going to come in here and try to score. Sure. I don't see a problem with that. Like, get after it, bud. So that's the third goal. Stuart Skinner's still on net. And then the fourth goal ends up being Sam Steele, just a greasy goal where they're kind of creating a muck in the crease, and Jamie and Wyatt are on the ice with Sam Steele, which I thought that line was tremendous last night. They looked great. Jamie gets his second assist. Wyatt gets his 12th. Sam Steele gets his third goal of the season, which we said, and maybe on the last podcast, or maybe it's just been texting. I can't remember, but Sam Steele has had a lid on the goal for weeks at this point. He's had multiple breakaways, multiple shorty breakaways over the last couple of weeks, and he just hasn't been able to score that goal. Getting him to score that goal was great. He had a lot of really good chances after this as well, but gets that greasy one. It's 4-0 Stars at the end of the first period, and Stuart Skinner gets benched after this. And I couldn't believe my eyes. This is the real Stuart Skinner. This is the Stuart Skinner everyone else in the NHL talks about, except for Stars fans, because we're all sitting there just like, why does everybody else get that version of Stuart Skinner? We finally got him. 4 in the first period. They decided to bench him. Insane moment for the Stars in the first period.
Yeah, no, this was definitely like for Oilers fans, the low lights. I mean, just like great goal by Sam, but what an abysmal turnover from the Edmonton Wings and the blue line. Just unreal. And then after the turnover, you just start puck watching. Like it was just brutal for Oilers fans. And I've kind of been on this wagon of like, don't if you're a fan of the Oilers, like don't panic. Like they got drummed by I want to say it might have been Colorado, and I was like, dude, that's gonna happen. Like I guess when Edmonton looks bad, it turns into an avalanche. And
It's funny.
the Stars were just like, hey, if you're gonna leave these openings, we're gonna take them. And I love that from the Stars because it's always kind of been a war of attrition with them. Like we said it in like the first week of the season, like I would love to see this team step on somebody's throat. Like they're in so many close games, and we know they can win in close games. That's great. But to kind of really put a stamp on a game like this, like Wyatt had an unreasonable amount. I think he had like 4 or 5 points tonight. Like those are the things I want to see from our high end players. And then our third and fourth line, this game showed they know how to do their thing.
Yeah, it was a great game. Before we get to the second period, I want to make sure that you hit that subscribe button on our YouTube at Clean Sheet of Ice. This hat that I'm wearing it every episode until Matt Duchene comes back. The Dutchy Last Call Music Hall and Bar hat from Victoria E. Green. We're giving away one of these guys once we hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. We're getting pretty close. So thank you for tuning in. If you've already subscribed, thank you. Tell your friends, tell your family, all your Stars fans in your life. Tell them to hit that subscribe button. We'll give away one of these Dutchy hats. We're going to throw all the subscribers in a wheel and give one of these away as soon as we hit 100. So if that's Friday, then maybe I do a special episode. We give it away, and I do a little solo pod for 15 minutes after the Kraken game before the Utah game with the retro jerseys, which we'll get to after this game. And we'll give away one of these hats. So hit that subscribe button on YouTube if you haven't already, and obviously on audio platforms like Apple Podcasts and Spotify, where we also have video on Spotify. Hit that subscribe button. We would really appreciate it. Second period, though. The Oilers kind of looked pretty frisky just to open up the second period because I feel like no lead is safe with the Oilers. 4
Yeah.
goals to them is just like it could be 6 minutes and all of a sudden they have 4 goals or 3 goals, whatever it is. So they get that first goal of the game from Connor Clattenburg, and you're sitting there like a fourth liner kind of guy getting a goal. That's kind of greasy, whatever. Like, tough goal to let in, and it is what it is. It's 4-1. You're still in decent position, and you just got to counterattack and figure out what's happening after that. And of course, they go on the power play again. The just worst game, the Oilers, the second worst game that they've played all season because they lost 9-1 against the Avalanche at home. It's their only home regulation loss before last night. So combined between the Stars and the Avs, who are the two best teams in the West, they are 17-4 deficit. That's a minus 13 to minus 13. Crazy. But in the second period, you go on the power play about 10 minutes after the Oilers make it 4-1, and guess who's on the best heater of all time? 7 games in a row, 11 goals, 7-11, always open. Jason Robertson scores another goal. It's his, 14th of the season, 14 goals so far. He had 2 or 3 7 games ago. He's got 14 now, 11 goals, 7 games, 7-game goal streak, which is the highest of Robo's career and also ties the franchise record for most goals in a row in a game. So hell of a job by Robo. It's another power play goal, and then it's 5-1, and you're feeling absolutely frisky. Because I was saying, if all these little guys are, like, not little guys, but Jamie and Bastian and Sam Steele are getting these goals, you're like, when's Robo? Robo's got to get one. He's got to keep the streak going, and the heater of all heaters continues.
We've known him his whole career to have these types of heaters, but all the heaters he's had, it's never looked like this. Like,
No.
he is doing whatever he wants on the ice, and the shot has never looked quicker coming off of his stick.
It's so good. He gets an assist from Sagan and Wyatt on the power play. It's Wyatt's third point of the night. 3 assists, or 1, 2, third assist of the game, and it's still just over half of the game is left. They go on the power play again shortly after. Maybe it was a 5-on-3 is what it was, and Robo scored pretty quick. They got 5-on-3. Wyatt takes the second penalty from Robo and Sagan. So Sagan's second assist of the night. Wyatt gets his 12th goal on the power play. Another power play goal for the kid. 9 for the season, 12 total. Robo gets his 17th assist. So Robo now leads the team in points with Mikko Rantanen out last night. If Mikko was there, I don't know how many points they scored. They probably scored 7 more goals. I don't know. Like, absolutely absurd. But Wyatt gets another one on the power play. It's just like, when it rains, it pours. And the boys were feeling it last night. Jamie scoring his 400th, I think, is the catalyst for this game. I know they wanted to come in and win. They wanted to win well. But Jamie getting that goal less than 5 minutes into the game, I think really propelled this team into be like, okay, if Jamie's scoring, everybody's scoring. Let's get it done.
I believe we got a goal from every line last night on the ice.
That sounds right, yeah.
And you're doing that without Mikko Rantanen against a team that last year was playing for a Stanley Cup. It was the only game on last night. Like, this Stars team, they get disrespected just because they're in Dallas. It is what it is. I've kind of accepted that now.
Yeah.
But they're inevitable with just how well of a unit this team is.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about their depth last season. We were like, we love this depth. And then when they added Granny and Mikko Rantanen at the deadline, you're like, the depth's even better now. Without Sagan, without Miro Heiskanen, you were like, once they get those 2 guys back, this team's going to be insane. And they were. They made it to 5 games through the Western Conference Finals. It ended poorly, whatever. But you get through it. And this team is a little bit different. You added Bastian and Foxa. Now you got Ritzy on these lines. Borky looks pretty good. The lines are dangerous in their own way. Because when you have Mikko and Wyatt together, you got 2 of the best hockey IQ guys. And then you got Rope and Robo, another 2 versions of hockey IQ that are through the roof, and scoring ability and speed and just shot making ability is incredible. And then you go to the next line. Whenever Matt Duchene comes back, it's going to be Matt Duchene and Tyler Sagan on that line with whoever. And then the 4th line has just been fun. It's fun to watch. Foxa is really skilled, and I don't think people pay attention to Foxa very much because he's a 4th line grinder and he does a certain thing. He's a penalty killer. He does all these little things, but he does the little things right. We always mention that with Sam Steele and Colin Blackwell over the last couple of years. But yeah, I mean, you got Blackwell, Bastian, Foxa, Ritzy, Borky. Like, you got all these dudes that are stepping up in the absence of Matt Duchene and now the absence last night of Mikko Rantanen and Jamie Benn over the last month or so. Like, you've got guys that are stepping up and making plays, and this was probably one of their best games of the season, one of their most complete games of the season. I thought the goaltending was really good. Thought the defense was pretty good. I know you let in some goals there with 3, but probably the best game of the season. And then third period happens. Evan Bouchard gets one, just kind of a slapper from the point, and Otter's completely screened by an Oilers guy. And then on the other side, he's screened by, I think Sam Steele was in front of the net. It's 6-2. It's whatever. It's a minute and a half in the third period. Just survive the next 18, 19 minutes and get out of there healthy, get out of there with the win. But our boy is back. Ritzy's back in the goal scoring column. It was good for Ritzy. Hell of a play from him. He was trying to tip it. He jumped up into it, almost clips his chin, comes right down to him, and he just snipes it right into the net. Just Pickard didn't really have a chance. And man, that's just a tough night for the Oilers goaltending. It's a tough night for the defense. They're just letting the Stars do whatever they want. But Ritzy gets another one. Love Ritzy.
Yeah, I love the way he's been playing. He's been such a pleasure to watch. He's been very different statistical numbers, but very Cam Smith in that, like, I came into the season with zero expectation for him. Cam Smith never even played outfield before last season. And to see what he's doing and have the confidence that he has at such a young age is great. Colin Blackwell, somebody must have challenged him last night. You notice, like, Connor McDavid, greatest player to ever play, like, was very just out there. Like, he was trying to make plays, but just there was nothing happening. When Colin Blackwell goes into the game, he steps on the gas, not the fastest guy, but he pressures you into gassing out your legs. So when that first line and that second line come into play, you might be one step behind. And Colin Blackwell last night was giving that Edmonton Oilers team hell. He was doing some tremendous passing and winning puck battles on the boards. And I know he didn't show up at all, I don't think, in the stat sheet. Maybe he got an assist somewhere, but he played a great game last night.
Yeah, I think he's been great. And then Blackwell got an assist on the Nathan Bastian goal in the first period. So he got a point. Everybody was scoring points last night, 8 goals. It turns out that's kind of pretty easy for him if you got 8 points on the board. Like, and it's not coming from one line. He had 7 different goal scorers, and one guy got 2. Just an incredible game from the Stars. And they end it with another Nathan Bastian goal. And he kind of had a hat trick last night. I know they called one back for high sticking. It is what it is, but still a fun goal. That doesn't count. But Nathan Bastian gets his second of the game, I think his third of the season. So he hasn't scored since game 2 against Colorado on that cross crease pass where he celebrated like it was game 6 of the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. Like, he's celebrating real hard. But yeah, they scored 8 goals. In a group chat I'm in with Stars Countdown and Reagan from Twitter, Stars fans, and they said, how many goals do the Stars have to score for me to be shirtless on a pod? And I said 8, because I was like, when are they going to score 8? They're going to score 8 at some point. I got to do it. Like, I'll do it if they score 8. And it was mere days later that they score 8 goals. So I'm not shirtless, but there is I got the quarter zip on with no shirt. So there's a little bit more chest for the boys. I will pay up eventually on this podcast. I just don't know when. It's a little cold outside. Let it warm up. It got cold today. I don't want to be shirtless right now. So I will be shirtless at some point on this podcast. You won't be able to see anything. Maybe I censored some things. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to have to pay up at some point because they did score 8 goals last night.
Man, you're halfway there. You got, the very Cuban style, a Cuban baseball player. Yeah. Nice chain. But no, dude, like, there were points in this game where I was like, man, this looks like an AHL game. And I've watched my fair share of them. Like, when you are just killing somebody and there's just no life. That crowd was empty by the beginning of the third period. It was insane. And boy, did I sleep well last night, because I'm not a fan of these 8 p.m. starts. They kill me. But if the Stars are going to play like that, let's all start playing every game at 8.
Hell, might as well. I have a happy hour every night at 7. Like, we'll just keep doing it. We'll keep running it. I switched my drink up. So the happy hour the first night I did a peach juice and vodka. We lost to Calgary, and I was like, can't do that again. Because I looked at my wife. I was like, look, I did peach and vodka last time. What do I drink this time? Did an Arnold Palmer, little John Daly action, vodka, sweet tea, and lemonade. Had a good time with that one. For the pregame, the happy hour with Savannah last night, that one worked. So maybe every happy hour, I just have to use, I got to go John Daly and see what keeps happening. If we keep winning, then it's just going to be a John Daly every time you see me on happy hour. But Stars win 8-3. Jamie Benn gets his 400th goal of his career. Hell of a game. We got another one tonight against the Kraken at 9 p.m., another late night before they get back home on Friday against Utah, which is going to be a big game. So let's talk about that. Last night or yesterday during the morning, I got some updates on the jerseys, and I started texting you guys, and I was like, all right, I think this is what it's going to be. I texted Sam Nessler from DLS. It's like, look, it's a little bit of a change. I was told that it was going to be the star bottom about a month and a half ago. Then it changed like a week or two ago, and it changed to the 93s. And I was like, look, the 93s are still great. I'll take that. The stripes on the sleeves, the stripes on the bottom. I was like, yeah, it's not the star design, but I'll take it. Boy, were we surprised. So it ended up leaking, believe from one of the Stars creative team's apps. So that's unfortunate that it got out there and someone leaked it and it got tweeted out or whatever it was. And then fans started tweeting it out. And I said it on the happy hour last night. It's a shame that the creative team didn't get to have their moment because they put a lot of work into taking all these pictures, editing, putting it together, like getting Brett Hull in there, shooting that video. Having him in the crease was a great touch. The 3 overtime 1999 and the collar behind the jersey, which is a great touch. All of these things that the creative team did, they didn't get to have their full moment. It was supposed to go out today on Wednesday. I don't know what time they were going to release it, but they did the teaser yesterday morning, and then all of a sudden it just started leaking. And I was like, man, this sucks for the creative team, especially in a space where we have creative things that we don't want to leak. Like we have a great couple of shirts coming out here. I know we've already released one of the wrestling shirts that's going to be available on Friday or Saturday for the wrestling party in Houston. It's a great shirt. We have another one on the docket for, I think, in December. That's a great shirt. It's tremendous. It's a big moment for wrestling. We don't want that to get out. So we're keeping that on lock. And I feel horrible for the creative team that they didn't get to have their moment, but damn, the jerseys are great. They're incredible.
No, they're incredible. And now here comes the heart. Like every single Stars fan has saved money for this moment. And I remember it was last year, like I couldn't find a Rantanen jersey. I went to a game like towards the end of the season. There were no Rantanen jerseys in the store. And so I asked them, I was like, where are the Rantanen jerseys at? They're all out with the people. Like they bought them all. Like we're trying as hard as we can to get these jerseys back. It's gonna happen with these retro jerseys. And someone who was employed by a team who had new jerseys and had them leak, like it's like 6 or 7 layers of people that have to see them. So are we in the NFL? The jerseys had to be made by us. Then they have to go to the New York office. Mm-hmm. Then they have to go to the TV rights. So like NBC, Fox. Then they go to the people that make the jerseys, Fanatics. So all those steps, like it's really hard to not get it leaked. The day before is kind of tough, but luckily the jersey is so good. Like I feel like the leaking is going to get like overblown really quickly because man, it's such a perfect kind of, I think it's a Jamie Benn jersey, the reverse retro.
The Sagan one, yeah.
Sagan one. You have the Sagan one. So if you're a Stars fan and you've collected like the jerseys, this is a must have. It's a perfect kind of like evolution of jerseys for the Stars. And next year, Winter Classic, we have another one coming. So Stars, you are doing a fantastic job. You are taking my money. You are taking every Stars fan's money, and we couldn't be any happier about it.
Yeah, it's an incredible jersey at the whole the reunion arena and going through the 99 Cup and Brett Hull being in the crease wearing the new jersey was just chef's kiss. They did an incredible job with that. I don't know if you watched the Open Ice 4.5 minute video that they put out on Twitter. I thought that was really insightful because you know how this process works. Like the creative kind of stuff has to jersey concept. They have to go get it approved by the league, and then they have to send it in manufacturer of Fanatics, and then they've got to approve it, and then they got to go into production. And he was saying that they had it finalized December of 2024, so almost a year ago now, that they had everything finalized. They send it off to Fanatics. They make all these jerseys. Then you got to prepare for free agency trades. Like Rantanen showed up afterwards. Granny and Cece were there. They kind of have to have a bunch of blanks because you don't know who's going to be on the roster. Foxa shows up. Bastian shows up. They got to have enough blanks to where they can put them out in stores when they want to put them out. and they're going to be in stores on Friday at the game. They're going to be online on Hanger Hockey at 5 p.m., I believe is what they put out. Just overall, so it was just a great job by the creative team pushing it out. Once they saw the leaks, they're like, you know what? Whatever. Wednesday or Tuesday, why does it matter? They're coming out on Friday. They're going to be on the ice on Friday. It is what it is. Just get it out there. They did a great job with the rollout. The pictures look great. The only picture I didn't like was Jake. It's tough to have a goaltender sitting in the new uniforms because it just goes. He looks like a turtle because all the pads and everything, all the equipment that he has to wear pushes up. That was the only picture I didn't like, and I feel bad for Jake because that was a tough one. But I saved it. It's going to be a meme once he has a great save here in the next week or so. But great job by the jerseys. Friday will be a tough day for everyone's bank account that's going to the game because I know everyone's going to want them. But they said they're going to have about half of the roster out there available on Friday to have in stores. So that Miko one is coming home with me, and I pray that I get my size because hockey jerseys are tough if you don't get your size.
Absolutely. And I will actually be up there on Sunday to watch the Stars and Ottawa Senators play. So I will be able to give all Clean Sheet of Ice listeners a kind of update on where they're at with the jerseys. I fully expect them, man, like if I know Stars fans, like I know Stars fans, the way they waited in line for that Dallas hat last year,
the True Brand hats,
like they will restock as fast as humanly possible, but hopefully it doesn't go crazy.
And Savannah has some more nuggets about the merch, I think, or the jerseys. I don't know what it is. She's not going to let us know until the next time she's on. But she found some stuff out. Maybe it's about secondary merch and the hats and the hoodies and all that kind of stuff. Maybe, I don't know. But she's got some nuggets she's really excited about for Friday. So that's going to be really fun. But the jerseys are incredible. They did a great job, tremendous job bringing back the 99s. I know the whole fan base was clamoring for 99s. A lot of people are upset about the color scheme. This is the new color scheme. They're running with the new color scheme, the victory green and the black and the silver. It's all tremendous. I think it's a great setup. I wore this hat last night on the happy hour. It's the best logo. It's the best color scheme for it. I appreciate it. The black jersey with the green bottom star design is just incredible. So great job by the creative team, the marketing team, everybody that put this together. It's a shame that you didn't get your full moment, but you still killed it, even though you didn't get your actual moment where you release it and no one knew anything about it. So I appreciated it. Great job by the creative team. Great job by the marketing team. The jerseys are going to look incredible. They're going to be on the ice on Friday, and Friday is Utah. Utah Mammoth are in town for Black Friday. I'll be in the building, 7 p.m. They're wearing their retro jerseys. It's retro night, so I'm assuming the score bug and everything's going to be retro Dallas Stars logos and all of the things that we got last year with retro night without the retro jerseys. It was time for a new jersey, and we finally got it. So what do you think about this game on Friday, Utah?
You better get there early. I'm talking to all Stars fans who have a ticket. You better get there early. You're going to bring the juice. That's going to be a crazy day for me. But yeah, Utah, Marchman, not Marchman. I'm excuse me, Cooley and those boys. Keller, man, I've believed in him, and he hasn't been disappointing for me. It's just I've always thought there was a step that he hasn't taken yet, and he always waits until it's the third period to finally give you a Clayton Keller goal. But whoever's in net, if we can just keep Rupe being Rupe, and I don't know if this Jason Robertson heater will ever stop, especially at home. You get that crowd buzzing with those 21 jerseys. It's fun to watch. And right now, just everything's hitting for the Dallas Stars. Fourth line, just keep doing your thing. One thing last night in Edmonton that I did really also forgot to mention was Liam Bichel looks so comfortable with the puck on his stick. It's very Miro-like. He has been really doing an excellent job, and I expect a gradual, not fast, but a gradual evolution of his playing game. And he's been doing his thing. And if he can just continue to do that and just lift that blue line, those skaters up front are going to wreak havoc in front of net.
Yeah, it's going to be a tremendous game, I think, on Friday, just in the New Jerseys. There's going to be a lot of buzz in the building. It's post-Thanksgiving, so people are either leaving town, family is, friends, whatever, or they're staying in town and go to that game. So it's going to be a fun one. I did completely skip over the Kraken game. That's tonight. That's probably the first one that we should have talked about. And hand up, that's on me. But we got the Kraken tonight, 9 p.m. road game. We get Miko back in the lineup. I would assume that means Bastion's slotting out, which is unfortunate because he had a great game last night, but it's Miko Ranton. It's a $12 million man. He's the best player on your team. You got to put him in there. So Kraken, we'll do score predictions. I'm going to go 4-2, and it's going to be Casey and Ned. It's a back-to-back. I'm going to go 4-2. I don't think they're going to score 8 again, but if they scored 8 again, I would be very happy about it. I'm not going to complain. I will have to go double shirtless episode, I guess, for Ben.
Okay, coming off of a back-to-back, I'm going 3-2. Do we win this game? I think it's going to be really close. I love Sam still on that first line, but you can't win every game. Actually, the way DeSmith's playing this year, it's going to be close. He's going to give up that early goal. And if I remember the last time we matched up with Seattle, there was just too much. I think Sagan got off that game. So I want 3-2 stars.
All right. Yeah, we'll take it. It's Wednesday night. It's right before Thanksgiving. It's Blackout Wednesday for anyone that continues to participate in that. I think we're a little bit too old for Blackout Wednesday. So we'll be watching the Stars game tonight, 9 p.m. But Retro Nights on Friday. TBD on an episode on Friday. I don't think there will be an episode on Friday. It's the Egg Bowl that morning. I got family in town. It's post-Thanksgiving. It's a 9 p.m. game tonight. Like, there's a lot of work that's been done, and I need to spend time with family. So I don't know if there's going to be an episode on Friday. If there is, happy surprise. I'll let you know on social media. You'll see it on the notification bell on YouTube when an episode comes out, or on Spotify or Apple, wherever you get podcasts. So if you just see a happy episode on Friday, enjoy it. Have fun with it. I'm going to be panicking all day Friday because the Egg Bowl. It is what it is. I got to deal with that. And then I'm going to the Stars game on Friday night. So it's a big weekend. Getting Miko back, only 1 game suspension, I think it's huge. No extra suspension there for him because he did miss about a period and a half, 2 periods in that Calgary game. And he got tossed from the Islanders game. I feel like they kind of decided that, hey, because Coronado didn't get fully hurt and maybe just broke his nose, he came back in the game and he played the rest of it. They were like, all right, no more supplementary suspension time added to the automatic suspension for 1 game. So we get Miko back, got Casey in net, and then Friday, I would assume Jake's going to be in net in those retro jerseys, and I can't wait. I just can't wait for the retros. They're going to be incredible. We've been so excited about it for months now at this point, years. I don't know. I've been waiting on this for a long time, and we finally get the 99s back, and they're almost full glory. Just a new version of the full glory. I'm so excited to see what the rest of the merch looks like too.
Yeah, it's going to be so odd for me because I've seen the blackout jerseys for so long.
Yeah.
And have a beautiful thing on the ice. I was like, man, that jersey looks even better like on a player than it does just in like the still kind of, mock-up of the jersey. So it's going to be electric in that building on Friday.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time. Stars fans, I know you enjoyed last night. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already on Clean Sheet of Ice on YouTube or wherever you get podcasts on Apple, Spotify, etc. It's been a good week so far. The road trip's been pretty successful. You've taken, 5 points out of 6. That's a pretty stellar road trip so far. Just ended on a happy note. Get those 2 points, go home. You only missed out on 1 point on the road, which would be huge. And then head back home for the retro nights on both Friday and Sunday. You'll be in the building on Sunday. I will not. But Sunday is another retro night. We got 12 throughout the rest of the season. It's going to be huge. There's a lot in December. I think there's like 4 or 5 in December for the retro nights. So head to the hangar, support the creative team, the marketing team, everybody, the merch team at the hangar store. They're going to be working overtime the next few weeks. Yeah. So shout out to them for putting all this work in and just making sure the customers are happy and everybody gets their jerseys. So it's a big week for the Stars. Retro jerseys are out. Big win against the Oilers last night. Jamie Benn scores his 400th goal. Hell of an episode, hell of a game for the Stars. And we'll be back maybe Friday, probably not, but we'll definitely be back on Monday with a new episode of Clean Sheet of Ice, Texas Hockey Podcast. Shout out to our sponsors, Zing Zang, America's #1 Bloody Mary Mix. We love Zing Zang over here. Zang responsibly all season long. And shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code CSOY. When you sign up, play your first $5, get $100 in bonus entries using our promo code CSOY on Underdog Fantasy. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. If you haven't already, we'll give away one of these hats at 100 subscribers on YouTube. We're getting really close. We'll give it away hopefully next week. Dutchy hats from Victoria E. Green. They're tremendous. It's a great hat. Get one. if you just hit the subscribe button, you could win one. It's going to be 1 in 100 chance, but you got to take it if you can. So Dutchy Hat giveaway at 100 subs. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode. We'll be back next week with another happy hour at some point. One of those 2 road games, so they're a little bit earlier, so 5 p.m. happy hour. But if you're able to tune in, that'd be awesome. And we'll be back very, very soon with another episode of Clean Sheet of Ice, Texas Hockey Podcast.